wankasa galamsey ewo effect bi wo ho na effect na enokra no eyede nsusanso ben na edebe ma wo man no efa yen asase ene ye nipadua.
Dr. Ran, I think they are very dangerous for Esikano because of chemicals now you use for some of these activities. Or I am mercury. And mercury poison, you know, our impact on your friends and lipawa dream and then end up destroying or kidneys and our liver, some of these vital organs are
affect your brain. No?
Oh, yes.
And in Ghana Health a year institute, cast a Ghana no a year reporting say a population of 31 no a 13% a year adwene yari.
Yes, because neurological your friend is saying kidney damage, you know, I clear no a level to cognitive impairment. Quite alpha so our brain and as a form and our kidney a bit destroying amount and they are crowded 10. And brain damage, you know, the most significant thing about it, and my catcher last time I catcher, I don't know, so whether it was on this platform or not. A dear bakwa who we are say, and it's a brain cell, a bit damage. Because you see, all the cells in our human body know our capacity to regenerate. That is why I dear chow and saha, it me woo, because the cells will come back now regenerate. Any other cell be a woo mubia no our that potential and I say to your friend saying about regenerate, but the brain cell do not generate a regenerate. And any damage to the brain cells now kasano normally a permanent. And it will be bottom one crabrim or bottom the yini. Whenever there is a damage to the brain cell, senka it's me a regenerate and the aside will be I'm a fufraba. But I'm saying incapable so bit me regenerating into whenever there is a damage to any of the critical component of the cell, it's forever, it's permanent. And then how dangerous some of these things are. Until the nipa nyini ko baby cells ne yamra. Yawa your friend is saying senile dementia, a whole lot of complicated work, panini no wanyini, but no kasat sa kranen, those kind of way because brain cell no from crabrim no anyina dru bia emugua saa na tie to so akopem se 90 years na so obi ho kan asem kra unhu bia tirekosi saa because that cell no need the capacity to regenerate. The same thing and your friend saying your kidney cells na ewom no nephrons ne this kind of way no a na body no ntimi process urine because metabolic waste that way mu nyina no at the end of the day as a kidney no it may filter draw them out ebegu blood anum na wadun so agu. So if there are damages are these cells nima that process of filtration we no end to me nkoso. So definitely no. And then I'm for dialysis because the kidney is unable to extract those waste substance within the body.
Those heavy metal na about body no extract no.
Romania are very toxic. Romania are very toxic. So you need to get them out of the body. So when the kidney function is impaired, it's unable to do these things, these processes by filtering those way not out. Sabaya about to blood and so the dialysis no and the bias adjumano actually sa chemicals and ADP. At the end of the day, sa nyama musan use no a cause of cancer. A cause of cancer like skin cancer and any other cancer you can think of because you see cancer when there is a constant irritation to the cell. Cells no a grow normal my culture say a grow a drew baby a one out na fufura fifiri a one out but when there is a constant irritation to the cell now either say ebe overgrow and as ebe increase in numbers emu bia no result in cancer. A cancer no nim say you boost 2 stages it will be a benign and no and na di sa kakra that kind of obeka say low key level. And I wo a be a malignant, I don't know, very aggressive, spreading from one organ to organ. Say you through that stage in the you know, say we are there, So I don't know who said cancer cases are in the 90s now won't be Ghana. Cancer cases are until recently not here now brofo now what is a diseases no and is here with us. And if you want to understand this, Dr. Ryan Oba Ghana, Meso on Sadwako Lebu surgical ward. Abrosign also surgical ward. Baby a cancer patient egu. Mesi uraha one wouldn't sue ne bepie. The day you enter that place, you come back in tears. You see beautiful women, a ma, you saw some very young, then as if the breast back on. So once I affect one, no, you don't wait for it to spread. My culture says whenever it is malignant, it spread it from one organ to another. So when it affects one, your friend is saying, breast, the fastest thing you can do is to cut the other one because it's the same cells, our affinity. Yes, I best spread it so easy. So they will cut the other one. Say, yeah, intimate spread it. Or the very moment they best spread it from her to her, no, we should know that in between, you know, there are vital organs. While we hear no kofra and no. So, sa nema we, ewo ha. Bisa I want say, a dear nebema politician be a tenor baby. No, what Jenny, your friend said dollars in as a former obenya hon, na nunti. Obey allow some of these things. And again, and swoni near mana, ye numbu ye yemno, a hona all the major organs in Zugu. Your intestines, your liver, your spleen, your whatever, a yem and egu. So just imagine, someone no my dear, your friends say, poisonous, neko yem, and you don't know say these things are poisonous. And the dangerous thing about this thing is say, a ko yema, enku or ha, any effect behind it, you will not even feel it. Something has gone wrong. But consistently, as these organs get exposed to these, your friend is saying, toxic chemicals, you know, any effect. And you bit why I see on yare, all of a sudden, ya be born now within a short period. Now, after the question, but if one the quack man for, I think say the impact, you know, are very enormous in terms of medical impact. And unfortunately, you know, your medical facilities are not equipped enough to be able to deal with some of these things. That is the issue. Because anya kolebu 37 and I say new hospital ya be na Wako district level. Say yes, I the Kessian Shas ya. Hospital no need what it takes to identify some of these things. Even the laboratory test at the higher level to be able to identify say you are showing signs of cancer and so forth, and there is the need for you to go up for better treatment and so forth. They don't have that capacity. So I know the day, no, ube huno na uko, all because of few dollars via and I say sika ubi benyantino. We have allowed these people chemicals and this ye yusu on the soil, and Dr. Ren. Another dangerous thing is I catch yourself. Adi bebe urasa sinumbia and tenafako. Now these chemicals can be urasa cinema a bit mere stay for more than 50 good years. Some can stay for 100 years. Chemicals no more years are never way no. So in the future, bia no say uko dua and no buy bia or this area. You should know that the chemical will definitely come back again. Enti wako nguram wako dua banche na nyini watu wadwe say natural but enam say some time ago chemical bi obi using as no it will end up in that particular cassava. Enti wood no wadwe say wood cassava natural but wood poison. And we are fruit is they all have their fair share on some of these things. So I'm saying this just to give you a very comprehensive and wide scale understanding. Say some of these things are the dangers are very real. But and I'm saying your chroma say death yen associated to medical conditions, medical cause, you born they say kind of interpretation and we don't pay attention to some of the things because about 100 in terms of 100%, 80% of death and natural one way or the other.
Because who can now measure a year a friend is a call some communities be a ye follow stories be na.
Okay.
I say a baba be yes a year enzima empotem wo. wofa ankobra axim na wofa sanwoma eko bovroma eko asem kono a yenya cases bi akoye se a friend is saying a man wa womo efa yefunu no.
Yes.
They are having a lot of complications.
Yes.
And most of them, womu dware sansuo no ano mudi dware sansuo no ano mo edenu aduane die sansuo no ano mo di yomu bibia because omu ni sa boreholes ni bi ewo sa communities ni ewo ho enti wohwe yenya blindness.
Yes.
Enti maame fo bebre no ewo ene papa fo bebre no ewo sa communities na ewo nzema no ene no blindness na ye more common.
Yes.
Enti enye se eduabo bi na amanfo bi bo mu dua because what community ni kan say amanfo obo ye dua o ye nya nifra ye nifra ensusu enye nifra no research na ekoso no kire se ne ewu kan mercury no na eja ha enkofo.
Yes, very dangerous and a bit more ha your friend is saying a modatuo ne na se for be say complications because
seizures nioma any your friend is saying mental retardation any
it's whole lot. It's whole lot. All because of the obiye yenye yadwin say ye be regulate. Obanyem ebi atam nyanso say oye na placenta na detach from the way. Obe bleed to death. Obe bleed to death. All these placenta you have abortion ni previa whole lot of complications. Your blindness and then as for ma walking. Me say enema no dorso. Your tenase na your segmented. Now you what the impact are directly from these galamsey activities are. And your Chrome has says also you keep records so senka any advanced country like America and UK, you can easily do research and follow up said the wusi can you will be able to identify a number of people when yawo blind, yawo deformed. Yes, suspect it came as a result of galamsey. And whenever you are speaking you are able to speak to numbers. If you go to road safety and the police, if they are doing well, they've been able to, your friends saying, segment that particular thing. So at the end of the day, they are able to tell you a number of people who out of accident.
Yeah, that's true.
Whenever they are speaking, they are not speaking in abstraction. They are speaking to a particular number. That number represents
factual.
Yes, that gives a sense of urgency. Because I catch you say between January to February. Nipa 2000 road accident. It's alarming. And that amount, that sense of urgency to remedy the situation. But I not check all the hospitals, both minor and major. Let them give you a record, say, galamsey starting the kind of health consequences are about so how do we quantify it? They can't get you any data. So I know the day whenever you are speaking, it's like, oh, we are not speaking to numbers. That's not any sense of urgency as you attach to. By a catcher say galamsey in Wasa district in Kwano. I know the encry ya warm we deformed 1,000. That was spark certain sense of urgency. Emma community not put pressure on those who are doing it. Are buying them to remedy the situation. But we don't care. It is at the end of the day, these are the people who at the end of the day become millionaires. They go back to the people and ask themselves to Abamame. Abrante here so to galamsey say also call parliament. Now you depend about so on the constituency. Charles Bisiu. Today he's going to parliament. And there are a lot of people like him. I am making money, millions out of galamsey. I'm not saying say gold never from the year two, but we need to regulate it properly to ensure say kona man for no enkonko se o mine japade anase enkonko se yensuo ne yensase na obisika ope no enkofa skin cancer enkofa your friends a kidney disease enkonko fa whole lot of complicated way to obi a onyem a obaba wo obi a sebi na niefra obi obaba wo obi a sebi akra no obaba na ne hwene kura ani ho obi beba na ni fat ani ho obi beba it's whole lot. So very very important say aban no at the policy level no also interest. But if you have a government ono ankasa no ewo nipa omo sha asase to galamsey na, how then do you get the moral gravitas to go there tell people say they should stop it when indeed you are the very person doing it? From Pomboatin report by till date nobody has taken it on. I know the day nipa na other report in the by was rather demonized. He was humiliated. He was insulted. People called him all sort of names. And then ya cut it in the page, he's no longer part of the conversation. No media is discussing nothing. And then Professor Frimpong Boaten's essence in Ghana politics has been trashed. He's gone. Why? Because he came out with a comprehensive report, identify individuals within government whom, according to the data, are campaigns of galamsey. And the government was not willing and was not ready to have that particular thing on the table. And we are now a subject of media attack. Our media people who are supposed to take his side, were even attacking and insulting him because their friends were mentioned in his report. But President now turned a report for 1 solid year. 1 year he went scot-free. So the society now yet team Dr. Ren, and they give you that energy to these things. And from where I sit, I don't see leadership. There is no leadership.
Wow.
People are just toying around.
And the president is where you put his presidency on the line. No, it's not a leadership. When you said Joe Obama, it's not Joe Jinaso. Say other people are also on the line. President said he put his job on the line. Is that not a leadership?
you know, said that was a joke. And whoever take that particular serious, I think said na comedy kakra because president didn't mean what he was saying. But galamsey no, a babon, I say on one kasa ni fear or two chebi, the other side, the amount to galamsey or. And there have been people, even you see, any investigation kitwe be just to authenticate or otherwise these allegations. No, we never did it. We never did anything. So at the end of the day, the complicity of the president himself cannot be isolated from this problem here. Dr. Ren, the Omasha has your say, young kwache, your fans, excavators, na yenshi no, excavator na nkasa timiko ngurem kotu galamsey. Nipa na ye. Take the person, punish the person, expose them to the severity of punishment you can ever think of. Sebeya ever deter people from doing the same thing. At some point, the woman organizer of the MPP in the Eastern region at the national level, was yes, report necessary or yeah, galamsey campaign to the point that you go wouldn't question it's whole lot. So Akufo-Addo there, he's a confused old man. I think that all that he cherished. The power it's not about what he uses the power to do. That's what I've been telling you. That being president is very easy, but being president with the responsibility, that is enormous. You can choose to be a president without responsibility, but being a president with a responsibility, and the legacy, I bet me leave an indelible imprint on the minds of the people of this country, and that is the legacy Nkrumah left behind. Ghana for air proud of. What we are proud of, you can speak to. It is the legacy. And that legacy must have the capacity to transcend beyond generations. So even after your death, people should be able to speak to that legacy. And then I can proudly sit here and point to the motorway and say, Nkrumah was wise. Nkrumah did well by it. And then it's kind of the year, but just the idea. Just the courage to lead that particular thing. And there are several of its kind. And so that is what leaders are supposed to do. Not to say, making sure say, a few people around me will become rich overnight because I am here today. That is not leadership. That is not leadership. Leadership cares. Leadership value the welfare of the people. Leadership always have at the back of the mind how other people can prosper and how to take care of not just the people, but the environment by ensuring that we do everything possible and necessary to safeguard the interest of the nation. But where you open the book flat, everybody just go and do whatever that you like. At the end of the day, there are no punitive consequences and sanctions will be go through. Dr. Ramakacho said, there are two things you cannot do. You cannot afford to be weak and you cannot show mercy. You cannot afford to be weak. You cannot show mercy as a state. Oh yes, sir, you are done. And that's exactly the kind of arena you want. We live in a country where people steal from the state. Professor Mel's pencil back now people who stole from this country was scot-free. At the end of the day, you will build impunity. People will come and do worse, thinking, they will not go after us. And when you do that, at the end of the day, we will be setting a very dangerous precedent. Because in the past, Senka yenya punitive sanction and now deterring enough. I'm not sure Senka people in the Akufo-Addo government today will be doing what they are doing. Because despite the omo they have at the back of their mind say aban foforo na obeba na omo kasapa, they can't do us anything because omo buy yen so you buy, you go after them. So I know the day if I don't do you nothing, when you come you don't do me nothing. So I know the day who loses, it is the people. And it's the reason why I'm saying that this time around, whoever takes power, it is the people that should determine what has to be done to those who have stolen from us. Now, see, yes, I set the president to be on the China, in the past. Said, Vietnam, no more, yes, set a big example for people. Now, this country will perish.
Yankofa Joe Uguzo wutie Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM nim same time no ayebe yenkona yemma Joe akwaba na wombonite Joe yemo akwaba
open open Michia Obibia especially Ivan. I think say doc Ivan I can't say me and it is important say I have always held that view but unfortunately when we need the BR carry. You see, in as much as I wouldn't want to say as a nation we pander on that issue of galamsey, we should also not take this blunt actions here this government has taken. Just as Ivan said, Doc, wouldn't say me, I come from a galamsey area, and there are times I have fought with both galamsey people and your friend is saying surface mining companies. I have dealt with a surface mining company. Brutal with, the point in it say, we don't just go in there saying, stopping galamsey without providing any alternative.
Tenia Ivan can say, yes, a create avenue beer, or Mujay
exactly, and galamsey, you see, it has all of a sudden we're all talking about galamsey without even, and that is the problem with Ghana, without involving in Kofor umunim galamsey. Galamsey nyani na net said yes, say
oh, sir, America crowd we call a year a friend is saying Nevada mo a year mining or Canada. I've been there, me who mining mo yen or Canada enye ketwa.
Yeah. And there are some your company be the only state-owned company in Ghana, your 100% shares. Your friend is Sankofa Gold, Pristia.
Yes.
Pristia. Only a subsidiary of GMPC.
Yeah.
Our company, they rely on the feed of galamsey. Until galamsey for year galamsey, you will be a friend of some. Now company aqua because galamsey only need the required the requisite chemicals the extract gold from the sand. Into almost the materials into almost some the galamsey only gold the akan nasi no more babeto. They do start time called galamsey for yes chikapa because sometimes we talk some 500 million those days in the 2000s.
Oko Pristia Heman side what?
Pristia Heman, good. Unim Sankofa a company Sankofa. And that galamsey then saying so. And saying so, and people have done it for 20, 30, 40 years. Ebanesena Akufo-Addo Munkwa Baya all of a sudden. Like I'm saying, I am not in any way in agreement say because people are feeding on galamsey into Yenja man and say adie. But we need to look at devising a strategy. Not those people, because, Doc, for all you know, if you go to Pristia, Bogoso, and all those areas now, you are looking almost over 10,000 people involved in the galamsey. Now, how do you stop all of them all of a sudden? What jobs have you provided? What alternative have you given them? Wokas or Munjai. Yes, we agree the destruction is not good, but they also have to eat. Now, Doc, on my page to say a secret to Amana, now me go to Sasa, I was my Mkonkutu. On my page, no, and the only a secret to Amana, whom Munana Fasubi ambassador, or no, Unkunimpa.
Tit for tat.
And Kofa says, say the hospital, Papa, and Kamuso Yaji Omonkwa. Unim Kofa says, Kayadi, Karl Quaya, and Kamusi, yes, save you from having an accident and dying. but we go to Amonadi and all of a sudden yeah na gigi, but we are not making noise on Nana Akufo-Addo for wasting our money. If Mr. Me a citizen, money we all, like I'm saying, don't get me wrong, I am not in defense of this. But what I'm saying is, on money ye in a dia. Say leader no 777 ni tin ye adwuma ye na so ye tin ye adwuma we pretend say ye na ya bodam ye na ya say no because I don't see the reason why I have to suffer. I have to be hungry when the leader is also using our resources for necessary things.
They just say woka sankofa idea a year 1994 and United Kingdom krum ha company friend Samex and wo mo bo modern ebete company no now we move 50.4% ewo a year a friend is a company nim and a GMPC ebenya 39.6% and a year the Ghana government in so womunya 10% and the Kowi 1998 a year say Sam Jonah was say a year Sankofe one more crown of the emphasoni so into woman no nyadia womudi wom ho join into the year 2000 no and GMPC womo take over a year shares no because a year Sames etonton womo shares twaso. Good.
And the American say, look, and galamsey issue na ye cano, doc, in as much as you say your politicians no are letting down. Then so sebi, the same area American was in ya on Hino on Hino the bridge a ebu and they call him man on Hindi a mob so two galamsey or two galamsey in Ria and Sana Wire Bridge. On Hinimua, young boy to send me a me know where your casa CCI. Sometimes we need to be blunt and say it as it is. Because your politicians, almost someone or more, may be near the terms. I am for count to doctor. Sebi, assassinate your Hindia. Into a Chinese Nibajans no ye or ye galamsey, until in the names of your MPP and NDC, no Utimico say as I suggest like that. Is that how it is? I am for count. There is a crew, a friend who took room.
Enti just say wo ka aye nana aye a friend is saying enteboa pra no no aye pristia aye man hene wono so so de oye miame ankasa me kazena me no metwi nanim krada wono so ni aye huni valley aye huni so aye nana mvida wono so de miame wofa an wo mutewa wo mudi nsem hunu ne nsemfon e wo aye takwani pristia mantem wo no mututu good no wo mo sese to aso e.
Obviously, me Pristia hona me fi. Martina Pristia, me na make am me company sa konto kwa me BGL. Ya konto kwa papa BGL Golden Star. Me no more konto kwa. But what I'm saying is say when I was fighting BGL, this ahimfuya ko catch BGL for say yenti omo ka $1,000 near mo Land Cruiser. Na me dia me ye ni na no. And then if they give them that money and they give them Land Cruiser, they own
and they no correct because me kai say wo muto tobi ma na nango na na eye bono broom brown ana wo muto tobi ma ye na nteboa na eye na mvide nso wo no ankasa nso me wofa wo no de wo se wonji wo mu ntutu ne omaye ekwawie akire kura de na hemfo ne se wo no ye krasini it is wo mpedi a wo de ombeje enti wo mjeje Land Cruisers no correct.
Yeah, so as a people no ye ankasa we need to ask ourselves, retrace ourselves, and ask ourselves, what do we really want?
And you face mommy, your time, no.
No, in as much as you blame politicians, me, I feel say, MP be a work crobia, MP no, eso hene, and I say, on hinena, and nothing a president be and I say, or be a president, minister, Beko crobia, so first of all, you go and pay homage to the chief of that area because on assassinate a dia. And it's a galamsey costo patema yet me mamma blame MP not tell me your tea crown and then you blame me. The chief no see a start ya luta or chiefs no ya luta or chiefs no so ye behun baby away from me a Chinese friend no be can Chinese no or China then Occident who say gold will appreciate or baby to gold will appreciate. I am for no they are part of the problem. Into no what mama yemfa holistic approach yenta hu say amu ye nuanom ye maame mu ye anka me anka mu ne ade no ye galamsey I will not hide it, but we need to find a way ye be more alternative livelihoods see ye be train omu adwumem see ye be ye omu den ye be ye omu ye hu ekwan ye be fa so then we can stop the menace. But ye can say galamsey say amu no say nsuo say look every boni bi aye boni. Se galamsey ni say so na Akufo-Addo nso ye kunipa 8 or election no anka ho hwea the same boni. Yen for the same speed no at the same ebufo no yen fa nka the president no so no. Na doctor mamenka asem baako mamenka asem last one na menko. Doctor na eneba ne say no obi no mensan no so koye echo is about your governance is about
ye be ka ho ye be di ho nkomo china ye be di ho nkomo china
na Boris Johnson no mensan
apetesio na me kra di
me be so Boris Johnson no mensan nya ha na ye be di loan
na se wo hwe bible ni mukura no Paul no woni Timothy na nante ye woni Apollos nante ye
so mo say no one na oye dey adwuma no one no oye ark no na adwuma ben na oye
Yesu Kristo du kura du mre bi kura na wonders so ye kura wodane ye nsuo kura to wine
and then ye reducing governance to such pettiness. This group of MPP they are so petty so obi no mensanti enti Ghana obi onum se bi ejimi obi onum se bi abodam
wo mo de ne yampu atwa wo mo de omu mpu atwa
I mean what kind of and these people who can you say we are crying dear them because castles or channel life so with Jimmy
there be a das ye Dwig Joe ko das ye ko Ivan wo ebusia bo fa ncheme kafra CPP for the Absu St. Augustine College, UCC boy. We no dey ba. Anyway, Ivan, finally, in 3 minutes na yem bonetofa na yem sorry. Wagasa unia Joe.
Mechiano, I think I like his passion, you see, because for him, every time be an opportunity to join us now, and it is sometimes Obi Kasa is not just about what he says. But it's about how you see, sir, despite being away, the passion, sir, of mine be move in the right direction, you'll be a focus because my case is a Ghana yeah. Or more to kwana about wow, because you see, if you for no more pay be a through or no, that's right. He doesn't care whether you are an answer when you what I said near my quay more and I say near my quay more. Once I want to kwana there, people think, sir. Utimi kotia hana na waka open seminar $9 and I don't know ebi ade opekra wan fa mana na ne buafu
entitlement dey enye easy o we obi mu busa no wan for mo Ivan entitlement papa
yeah of course and obi $50 £50 I hear kro be say di watama ka ho but what way winim how our brands na wanya £50 UK so say efie ye ya obi asom bejo no and I think say that is the kind of way you're preachy. It doesn't matter where you stand. But the thing is that you know the difference between good and bad. That is the most important thing. So we can just shut up, fold our arms and watch it to unfold. Because as long as we wait, our destinies are on the line, our future. Because these people are only fighting to protect their personal legacy, ensuring that they put their kids in good schools. Seeking said they will come back and inherit the deplorable country they are leaving behind. At the end of the day, whenever we will continue to be mates, we will be talking. No, this is the time I say to me, share Nipa or more Biancasa leadership. Debia Mekasa Ghana. You better a point that the biggest crisis facing this country is leadership, and we need to build a new crop of leaders. You better train you more with certain morality, certain ingenuity, certain values. You taking over this country. We know, sir, we are going the right direction. But sir, never yet this open gate kind of way. Whoever has money can just take over. And galamsey for they have a lot of cash. Any idiot at all can just hop into the stage because of money and become a leader. And you can imagine, baby, Akufo-Addo be far on my way 8 years way. Ghana destiny in answer. Everything Ghana is standing for has been damaged, has been decimated into fragments. And that is not the kind of future we seek anymore. So wherever you are...
Govt Kwabnadie will also know they will disagree because the MPP, they are building a community where everyone has equity and developed to their best potential.
It's interesting, it's politics. So I think I respect his view and his opinion, but doesn't represent the larger view of Ghana for exposed to party. Ghana. Because I will be baby, not all free say this Akufo-Addo government. Me, I don't have any beef with MPP. So it is not MPP. It is Akufo-Addo and his government and his people. How are you supposed to this particular country to destruction? Now what baby? Now free say you are okay with what is happening. That is up to you. That is obviously up to you. But those of us who sit and view this whole thing from a very dispassionate perspective, we know that Ghana is on a wrong footing. We are on a very bad trajectory. And there is the need for us as people, as young people, destined to inherit the future. We need to stand today and protect today, because if we lose today, there will be no future to inherit. We will rather inherit Ghana in crisis and in fragment. And that is not what you and I aspire to. It will not take anything away from us if we are able to be bold enough to criticize our own government. But my culture says power corrupt. Yes, absolute power corrupt. Absolutely. It doesn't matter. Say woman and father who the 2 million man and now one checking now it's possible. You understand? Yes, but Tanasa sees now the 2 million and Sarah one checking. Whenever I was on the oil, no, we am crabashim. And see, Nipa da Sanibia would 2 million man piano. It is incumbent upon us to ensure that we check. That is democracy. That is what they call for. We are the sentinels destined to protect the foundations of our democracy. If we fail to do so, and as I relinquish this sacred responsibility, we will not only lose ourselves, but we will lose the future for our kids.
Ivan, Jay, innocent. Nano, maybe send the innocent, Nidia. Anyway, my culture a year behind the scenes. Thank you so much, and super joining a Rainbow Radio. This is where time will permit us.
At long last, the battle